Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book. Open up your brown book, baby. Look. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies. Open up your brown book, baby.
Yo, how y'all doing? What's up? It's your girl, Shay Baby. Welcome back to another episode here at the Brown Book Series. It's Wednesday night. It's 7 o'clock. Y'all know what's up. Call your friends. Let them know that the Brown Book Series is on, and we are having a wonderful time already. We're going to already have fun. I already know it. I know it because this young lady that we have on tonight, I went to Chicago, right? So I'm up there, you know, I'm just fucking around, having a good time at Chicago Spring Fling. And I'm up here like, who having happy hour? Like, these are my kind of girls, honey. And they was like, you gotta go there with Danielle and Melanie. So, honey, I'm gonna go there with Danielle and Melanie, honey, and I'm gonna take y'all come. It was absolutely awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the very first time in the Brown Book Series, author of Accidentally in Love, Miss Danielle Jackson.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Shay. This is so fun.
Thank you for being here, Danielle. Now, Danielle, I'm going to give you the disclosures, okay?
Okay.
This is your first time here on the show. I'm going to be real good, real nice.
Okay.
My crew that's in the audience, they will tell you that, you know, the people who come the very first time, we try to be, you know, decent and in order, you know, because we want them to come back. That's why, you know, and, you know, we like you, Danielle. Well, I like you. They don't know you yet. They're going to like you in a minute. I'm telling you, it's going to be good.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no. You're going to be, they love everybody I love. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to be nice from the very first time because we want you to come back and play with us. Let's go over here in the chat and see who is playing with us tonight. Hey, Miss JB. What's up, boo-boo? Hello, my book-loving divas in the show. Yes, girl. We love you. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Missy, that's right. BBS crew in the house. This is my player circle, honey. Let's do what we do. You already know. Renata, what's up, though? Evening, y'all. Love it. Hi, Veronica. Hello. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on? Missy. Then we quit lying. Listen. I done set up in there and told y'all we were going to be good. Mama Tony in the house. Hey, Mama Tony. Mama Tony, I told him I was going to be good tonight. Now, Missy said I'm lying. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to be real good tonight. We want Danielle Jackson to come back and play with us. They said they love you, Danielle. We do love you, Danielle. They love you.
Thank you.
They love you. All right, so, Danielle, tell us a little bit about you outside of the literary world. We're going to get into that in a little bit. What is it like in a day in the life in Chicago, man, with author Danielle Jackson?
Well, I was telling you right before we got on, today was the first day of school for my daughter. So somehow time has slipped and I have a 4th grader, which is wild. But yeah, so I mean, most of the time I am running around trying to wrangle her in whatever she's got going on. Cheerleading, soccer, you know, everything like that, going to the library. She's a big reader. But for me, I am lucky. I work from home. I work for a website called freshfiction.com, and I do a lot of the kind of behind the scenes back end stuff. So I'm really not front facing anymore for Fresh Fiction since I'm an author now, but I do still help out behind the scenes. And then I also try to write, you know, I try to kind of split my day. In the morning, I do Fresh Fiction, and in the afternoon and evening, I do writing. And then also, you know, I'm married and, you know, we have a busy social life and, you know, like I said, the biggest thing is keeping up with my daughter at this point. So
yeah, honey, I listen, these kids, honey, my son run me. I'm like, hold on now, damn it.
Exactly. Right.
I caught myself saying yes, sir, too many times. Like, wait a minute. That's not
Yeah.
how any of this works. Congrats on the fourth grader.
I know. Somehow, Mitzi, thank you, because it's been a journey.
It has been a job. I absolutely love it. I love your haircut. I love women with short hair, especially the ones that can wear it and pull it off. Looks
Thank
very
you.
nice, Diva. Very nice.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that. So Danielle, you made your splash as a debut novel on last year.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. So, but the name of the website you work for, you say it's called Fan Fiction?
Fresh fiction.
Fresh
Fresh.
Fiction. Fresh
Mhm.
Fiction. What is that about?
It is mostly a book review website, so freshfiction.com. And yeah, they review books pretty much mostly romance, a lot of romantic suspense, a lot of just straightforward mysteries and stuff like that, but all genre fiction. And they do a ton of contests. Like it's kind of like it's like one of those things. They've been around forever, like since when book blogging was really big, kind of in like the early 2000s. And they have kind of I know. And they really have like just stuck through it. And they are like one of the kind of the last like straightforward book review websites. And they are just I think they're really fun. And there are a lot of like I said, contests. Go check out the contest page because authors are just giving things away. It's amazing. It's so fun.
We're gonna have to go. Side note, speaking of giving, Lucy Eden, you guys, Lucy Eden is doing a fundraiser for what happened in Maui, to help the survivors there. So big ups to her. So Lucy Eden, we don't have the link. I was trying to, Beverly Jenkins was like, hey Shay. So I was looking at the link, but we didn't have it to where we can post it. It was so long. So Lucy Eden, if you get a moment, they're doing a fundraiser for the survivors and the devastation that happened in Maui. So go to her website. You can go to her social media handles. That's Lucy Eden, you guys. Author Lucy Eden, and donate. They have some great stuff going on over there. The prizes are awesome. The donation, and her goal is, I forgot what her goal is. I think, but she's getting there, which is any little bit helps. So, to donate to a great cause, please go to Lucy Eden's website or either her social media handles to donate. That's a big ups to her. That's the awesome thing that she's doing. Yeah. All right, commercial over. Back to you. Like that. Commercial over. Back to you. So Danielle, writing. So we gotta check this website out. I like you were saying, we need to get back to the blogging. I absolutely love that. So I'm going to check out Fresh Fiction and go over there and see what kind of contests they're doing and what they're giving away over there. So, Mr. Y'all, hook us up. Y'all go over there and introduce them to the Brown Book Series crew and tell them Danielle sent that.
Please do.
We get kicked out. They're going to blame Danielle. Being the author.
Yeah.
So, how did that come about? When did you know, like, you know what? I think I want to be an author. I think I want to write. And now it's the time.
It's been a lifelong dream. It really has. Like, if you go look at like the stuff my mom saved from elementary school, like it definitely, like, what do you want to be? An author. Like, I think from the moment I kind of knew someone was writing the book I was reading, that's what I wanted to do. And so the journey there kind of, I was an English major in college. I worked for Sourcebooks for a really long time. I was the very first publicist for Sourcebooks Casablanca, their romance imprint. Yeah. So Sourcebooks.
Go, Danielle!
Thank you. Yeah. Sourcebooks is based outside of Chicago, not far from where I live. And that is where I got my first big girl job out of college. And so I've been around, but I've made my career books. I'm definitely one of those people who took something I was passionate about and I was like, I'm going to integrate this into my life as much as possible. And I love it. I absolutely adore it. And so it wasn't until after I worked in publishing, though, that I really was like, okay, now I'm going to write something. I think when I was in publishing, I knew too much. I still kind of feel like I know too much. But I do often wonder if I hadn't worked in publishing, would I have tried writing earlier than I did, I think, in my life. But I think now was the time. I had been a stay-at-home mom with my daughter. My daughter was growing up. And so I had time. She was away. She was at school. So I was like, I'm going to finally like sit down and write the book I've been thinking about for a very long time. And my husband, I have to give him props. I was giving him props earlier. He did the wallpaper behind me.
Y'all, hey y'all know I be all up in their house, honey. I was all up in her background. I was like, what is up with this wall, baby? Her husband coming to mine too.
I guess he's traveling. I'm gonna let him know when when we're done. But yeah, I said, yeah, right. But I said this is something I really want to try to do. I have this idea. And he was very supportive and, would like leave me alone with him, away from the family responsibilities and everything like that. And I wrote, so I sat down and I wrote and, found an agent and, kind of did the whole thing. But it really was it took me some time to really feel comfortable with the idea, like, okay, I'm really going to do this, so. Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Oh, okay. So okay, Missy said she went over there and she subscribed already. Okay, Missy, tell them I'm coming. Tell them I'm coming. Renata, you going? Okay, y'all let them know we coming over there. Mama Tony said Reese Ryan is doing the one also. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. So Reese Ryan is also doing a fundraiser for oh my God, for the devastation that happened over in Maui. So that's good though. Their romance is,
Mm-hmm.
Well, but I'm not even surprised because we always come together, you know what I'm saying? And when times like this, come together and raise money and stand and do what we can do anyway. So big ups to them. I didn't know Reese Ryan was doing one too. So go to Reese Ryan's website and the social media handles, and I'm sure all the information is over there. Okay, cool. And if you guys know anybody else who's doing something too for this, just let us know and we'll add them to the website and we'll shout them out because, hey, doing big things because you don't have to. You know what I mean? No one has to do anything for nobody. So it's awesome when you see someone who's still saying, hey, we give a damn. You know what I mean?
That's one of my favorite things about romance is the community aspect of it. There are so many, like, especially, we met at the Spring Fling conference and there's so many different conferences that happen. And it's literally authors like telling their secrets about like how they were successful or, sharing what has worked for them or what hasn't worked for them, which I think can almost be more like intriguing and helpful in a way. And it's like, technically that's your competition, really, like that's the person who'd be taking book sales from you, but still people are so open. And especially when it comes to these important causes, like it's so cool to see.
Exactly. And then I tell people too, it's not even a competition. Like even the other influencers, or I don't consider myself an influencer, but like other people who do the same thing that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, we all in this thing together. We're not against each other. It's us against them, against the people in different genres. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all romance and all the sub-genres that fall up under it. Black, white, blue, indifferent, girl, boy, male, however. As long as it's romance, we're all together and we'll get some other people, honey. We don't know y'all.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, so I absolutely love that. Hola, hey baby, how you doing, girl? Hey girl, hey. All right, let's see here. Okay, Mama Tony, you subscribe, girl. You told them Brown Book Series is on the way. Did y'all tell them that Danielle sent us? I absolutely love it. So Danielle, all right, going over into this old book world of yours.
Okay.
So your first novel.
Yes.
Let me get your debut novel going on here. Hold on. Your debut novel was Accidentally in Love.
That's the new one. Accidentally in Love is the new book.
Oh, that's the new. Wait. Oh, that's the new release. My bad. The debut novel was Accidentally.
There you go.
The accidental pinup.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
That book is awesome. Bring it a little closer.
Isn't it so pretty?
It's so pretty. The cover is everything. Who does your covers?
So Lenny Kaufman does my covers. So she does the covers of Mimi Grace, Olivia Dade, and she's been doing some more, like she's been starting to work with publishers more. She used to do a lot of self-published authors, and now she's starting to work with mainstream publishers. So I'm published by Berkeley, so they hired her for my cover, and she does amazing work. Like just follow her just to see her artwork. It's unbelievable.
I listen. I gotta hook up with her for real, because I love the cover of that. So your debut novel, The Accidental Pinup, girl. What, the name, first of all, where do you get this name from? Then I want you to tell us a little bit about this book.
The name, I don't know. That has been the name since I drafted it. I just put it up there because it is about a boudoir photographer who ends up in front of the camera in a major advertising campaign for lingerie. And so she's an accidental pinup model. That is like kind of
Oh,
what I envisioned. Yeah.
oh, you know what? Now that okay, just had a brain freeze because I'm like, she was a model, but I didn't even put up pinup model. Ah,
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
just,
and she's like, and it's very because it's lingerie and it's very sexy. So she's
and
like a
she, honey, she was curvy,
modern.
honey. She was for the curvy girls.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, that was really important to me. I wanted her to be plus size. That was like, I was kind of a stickler about my cover because I was like, I want her to be curvy. I want her to be fat. In the book, she calls herself fat. I was like, I want her to look how I think most women in the world look these days.
Right.
And I wanted her to, but I also wanted her to be sexy and confident, you know, like that little smirk right there.
I
I'm obsessed
know. She
with
reminds me of Lizzo.
it. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Give you
Yeah.
that, give you that Lizzo feel. Okay, so she's a pinup model. Okay, tell us about the book. I'm sorry, I'll be
Yeah,
interrupting, girl.
no, totally fine. She is working on a advertising campaign. Her best friend is like a beauty and fashion influencer, plus size beauty and fashion influencer. And so she has she's doing one of those lingerie collaborations. And so she's like, my best friend is an amazing photographer. She's going to shoot the ad campaign. The lingerie company, however, has different ideas. And they want to bring in their veteran photographer who they've worked with forever. And his name is Reed, and he is a photographer who she has kind of been professionally going against like her entire career. And he is the one that usually wins out. He gets the bigger jobs, he gets the like high profile clients, and she is kind of scrambling and really working hard and doing amazing work. But so when this opportunity comes up, she agrees to kind of work with him, but then through a series of events she ends up being the model and he ends up being the photographer. So he's taking pictures of her in her lingerie, and it is just it's you know, a lot of shenanigans ensue, if you will. Because she's already in lingerie, so you know.
And he already in love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, already in love. Truth be told, I absolutely love that. How long did it take you to write this book?
The first book probably, so I did National Novel Writing Month, which takes place in November, and you know, you kind of commit to writing 50,000 words. So the first 50,000 words happened in that month, and then which was wild, and it was a struggle, but I did it. And then the rest of it probably came over the next like 2 or 3 months. I think by like the spring. So I did that in 2019, and then in the spring of 2020, when the whole world was shutting down, I was like, let's find a literary agent. I have more time because I'm just sitting at home. So that's when I kind of went through that process. That summer was really finding an agent and getting the book out on submission. But then in the fall of 2020, I had the book deal, which is a very fast process. That's not normal.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Now, when did you ever think about doing being independent, or did you know that I just want to be published? I don't care. I'm not gonna take the indie route because I mean you're a publicist and you already know how this game works. You could actually just keep 100%. And did you?
I thought about it, but it's a lot of work. Like big props to indie and self-published authors because they do everything, and I just want to write the book.
I get you. And those oh my God, self-published authors who make the list. Yeah. I'd be like, y'all right. Awesome. I mean, they coming in at USA Today. When I made New York Times, like, how did you do that? I mean, exactly. Just whining about their business. I love it.
I don't think they sleep very much at all.
They just beat up vampires. And I'd be like, I feel sorry for you guys, but honey, that book be good, girl. Do it again.
They self-publishing is really where, like, if you want people taking risks and doing just like different types of romance, like that is where you need to go. And I think traditional publishing is coming around. It takes them a little bit longer to get
Yeah,
to that point, but by the time they do, then self-publishing authors are also doing stuff. So maybe, who knows? I have some ideas about like maybe doing kind of going the hybrid route, but it's very early stages on all of that. So
I totally understand that. Now, when you got your agent, did you know a particular because like I said, you was in this field already. So did you know
yeah.
a particular company that you was like, you know what? I want them. Pick me them. That's who I want to be with.
I think when my age, particularly when we were taking my books out, Berkeley was they were like really starting to be kind of this like juggernaut, especially when it came to contemporary romance.
Mm-hmm.
So they were kind of the dream publisher, if you will. But I mean, I think there are better, and you're correct. I think I know a little bit more than like the average. I did know a little bit more than the average debut author, just because of my place in the industry before I started writing really seriously. And so, but I think each individual imprint has strengths that
Right.
they know what to cater to. So there were multiple offers on my first book. And
Good.
so it was one of those things where I was like, I did have options. And I mean, but it's like dream publisher, like, how are you going to say no to that? So yeah. So it was definitely there. It was definitely kind of like I said, a dream come true from just becoming a published author, but then to also have like, the illustrator that I really wanted,
Yo, I'm still in
Yeah.
the illustrator. I'm just gonna let you know. Go email us her information, like, because we
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
go and play with Miss Lenny, honey. So that was a debut
yeah.
novel, The Accidental Pinup, and now your newest novel just came out last week, Accidentally
Yeah.
in Love. Now hold on, girl. Wait a minute. We gotta get a close up on this, baby. We gotta get a close up
Isn't
on
she?
this
Yeah.
right
She's so
here.
pretty. Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely that cover is everything. I love, love, love,
Yeah.
love these covers,
Oh, I
Danielle.
should say, I want to say my favorite thing about the covers is the spine and like their little faces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome sauce.
I know.
I love that. Now, did you give her like an idea of what well, I know you said you want a curvy girl, and I'm sure she
Mhm.
read the book, so she was able to kind of, but what about like the colors, the whole color contrast, and
Yeah.
how the poses and all that? Like, did you come up with that, or did Lenny was like, look, girl, look, let me show you something.
So my editor had the idea. She was like, we want specifically for book one, they were like, we want her to look like a pinup model. So
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
doing the sexy pose, like sitting on the chair, draped around, with the curtain in the background. That
I'm
was
not
really
give me a pose like that. I'm not give me a pose like that.
yeah, right. So that was, and then that was kind of where that's what we told Lenny. And we also, I said I want her to be curvy. And the great thing about Lenny Kaufman is she illustrates plus size women, I think, absolutely amazingly.
You
But
understand
yeah,
that
and so
time.
I kind of told her like some people who I thought she kind of looked like, kind of in my head. So one of my biggest like kind of inspirations for her looks was the model Tabria Majors, who she's a plus size model. She
Yeah.
models for like Savage X Fenty, and
Yes, yes.
yeah, she's
She's so
amazing.
nice. Well, I met her a couple. She's real nice.
Yeah,
Real,
that's so
real
great to
nice.
hear. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of gave her that direction, and it was the same thing with the second book. I knew I was like, it'd
Did
be
you
really
use her
cool.
as as a I guess inspiration as well, the same model?
No, so for this book, there's a British R&B singer named Georgia Smith, who really was kind of she looks like Sam. She's a little bit different on the cover, but if you look up Georgia Smith, she's really, really beautiful and kind of always looks grumpy. And this heroine is a little bit grumpy. Not a little bit. She's a lot bit grumpy.
She's a
She's a
lot
lot
big
going on
grumpy.
in her life.
Yeah,
So
she do. She do. It's so funny because we actually we got you. Well, we got your book kind of like last minute, right? And so I'm like read. And I'm like, oh, what? Yeah. Renata said, "Those are my hips, girl." Okay, girl.
yeah, I love that.
I absolutely love that. Now, so tell us a little bit about the new release.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it, and so we can go and pick it up, honey. Miss Accidentally in Love. You and this accidentals and accidentally. I was
I know.
like, so
It's a theme.
it's a what? This is not a series, though, right? No,
No,
it's not
they're closely related. So they're two side characters from book one who are
right.
now the main characters. Yeah.
Okay, and
But
that's
so it's not like you can read them separately. It's okay.
and I noticed that too. Like I said, I was I was rushing. Like, I gotta hurry up, and it was just it kept catching me. I'm like, this is awesome. And I read the first one last year, so it was but I'm like, okay, they're in the same book. They're two side characters. Is this a series? So I mean, did you want it to be a series? Did you think about it? You just like, no, I'm gonna write one here and one there, and
I wrote these two back to back. Sorry, I don't know if you all can hear, but I can hear my cat meowing very loudly. So
it's fine. My dog will start barking in a minute.
This cat. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, no, so I decided for her, I knew kind of when I was writing book one, I was like, this girl has a story and I wanted to figure it out. So Accidentally in Love is about Samantha Sawyer. And she is kind of the office manager at the Boudoir Photography Studio. And she is kind of going through something that's almost pretty much burnout. She is at that point in her career where she could probably move forward or move away from what she's doing, but she doesn't know what she wants to do. She's kind of at a crossroads and she's trying to figure that out, but she doesn't want to let anyone down. She's the type of person, when she sets out to do something, she does it well, she does it early, like not on time. She is early, and she really wants to succeed. And so, and she knows she needs to make some changes. So one of the things that kind of motivates her to start making some changes is this guy named Russ, who is the younger brother of the hero of the first book. And he himself is also at a crossroads. He has spent most of his life on the road, kind of on the run, not really on the run, but just like always moving. He's always doing something different. And he's never really had much direction, but he comes back home to Chicago and reconnects with his brother, and he starts working in a restaurant and he really loves it. So he has the opportunity to go to culinary school at the end of the summer. So between the two of them, they kind of decide to have a summer fling to just kind of, there are, no strings. They are just going to have fun and let off some steam. They both are doing these special projects with their jobs. They need that release, if you will. And they have to decide kind of what happens when their feelings get in the way, even though he knows he's leaving, so he can go kind of make something of himself. And they have to decide what to do before it's too late.
I absolutely love that. That is so hot. So do you think you're gonna make another it was some more secondary characters in this book as well? Are you gonna kind of piggyback off that and keep it going with the accidental, or
I would love to. Everyone who wants more needs to make sure my publisher knows they want more.
They know it, honey. They know it. They know your reviews are awesome.
Yeah, we will see. But I would love to continue. There is kind of one more pairing in this series that needs their story told at some point. So we will see. I can't say too much about it. But hopefully someday soon there will be kind of that next book.
I absolutely love that. See, hey, BBS, the Players Club, I'm being good, right? Yes, I'm being good tonight. Yeah. Honey, I asked her if she slept with anybody and did nothing. I'm just... But the next time, Danielle, it's going to be on and popping. Danielle is going to try to make it to Raw too, you guys. You guys want to see her at Raw?
So bad. Yeah.
Yes, next year. Well, yeah, next year, October 11th and 12th. The Raw experience is Raw 24. You guys make sure you go get your tickets. You're going to want to be there because I got some tricks up my sleeve, baby. It's nothing but shenanigans. And you think last year was amazing. Last year was just a rehearsal, honey. The church folks said next year we're going to really sing. You know what I mean? So make sure you go get tickets. It's going to be awesome. Danielle.
Yes. I was writing down the dates. Did you see that? I was being a
yes. I'll go ahead and send it to you. October 11th to 12th. It's in Virginia. It's in where is it? It's in Old Alexandria. Virginia. Honey, Virginia is for lovers. Love it. Yes. All right. Author's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in your literary world and in your personal life?
Okay, literary world is to hopefully have a new book deal before the end of the year. That would just make me very happy and like calm myself down a little. Personally, I want to like continue to cultivate. I have a hobby that I started during the pandemic. I have been watercolor painting. I was trying to see if there's anything nearby. I don't have any of it nearby because I cleaned off my desk. But yeah, so I want to continue to do that. Last year with my debut novel, I didn't paint as much as I wanted. So the rest of the year, I actually was I'm not kidding, like just was thinking about this, like I need to be painting more.
That's what's up. Yeah, you're gonna have to show us some of your painting. Once you finish another piece, you gotta show it to us.
All right.
Maybe we can auction it off or something.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Paint one for raw and bring it, and we're gonna auction it off.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because it'll be for the Right Division nonprofit that we're doing to the fundraiser. So that's gonna be high. Yeah. And you gotta sign in and things. You're gonna be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Author's moments, Danielle. And being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Ooh, you know what? I think I learned like the importance of collaboration a little bit too late, because I think I spent so much time writing by myself for most of my life, like even just for fun, I was just writing to write. And even when I started writing seriously, specifically the accidental pinup, I didn't have like a critique group, and I had connections in the romance community, of course, but I wasn't like reaching out to them for advice or, hey, I'm really stuck on this part. What do you think? Just brainstorming stuff. So I now have a couple of, I don't really have a set group, but I do have like people who I reach out to who are down for a brainstorming session, or who just want to, if I have a question, like an author question, like, do I really need business cards? I remember, and I asked like a couple of, Melanie was one of them. Angelina M. Lopez was another. And, and one of them said, no, you don't need them. And the other one said, you do. So it was like, but it was great to have both of those perspectives, so that, I think that is something that, and I'm still learning, like, because I think I'm definitely an introvert. I'm definitely like a shy kid. And I definitely have to like work myself up to be like, okay, I'm going to ask this person a question. And so like we were saying before, the romance community is just so great. So ask the questions, find your people, and keep them close.
That is true. You're right about. So which one did you go with? Do you have a business card or you don't?
I do have business cards. I did decide to make them, and they're fun. They're great. The last week, if you go to my Instagram, I shared a couple of reels and some photos where we went, my husband and my daughter and I, on release day, went to a bunch of different bookstores, and I was able to leave bookstores with managers. So hopefully I have some book signings coming up, so they did come in handy for me. They worked for me. So
I absolutely love that. That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up. All right, let's see here. Author's moments. Danielle, if you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be and why?
With one of mine. So in my book, this is a side character who should probably have a story, but her name is Kit. She is British. Yeah. She is very into luxury, and I think she would take me to like a really nice like tea shop, and it would be amazing.
I like Kit too. I could just imagine like going shopping in Rome with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if you write a book about her going shopping in Rome, I want to be on there with her. Just like you know. Yeah, Kit is everything. All right, author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
I would say keep writing those silly little love stories you think no one is ever going to read, because one day a bunch of people are going to read them.
Rich people are going to read them, and they're going to love them. Believe them, read them and love them. All right. What would your pen name be?
So this is technically a pen name. But I don't know. I definitely would. It would have to be my first name would have to be Danielle because I don't think I would answer otherwise. Like they would say some other name and I'd be like, "Who are you talking to?"
Right?
So definitely still stick with Danielle, but like my maiden name I like is Jackson. So but maybe like my middle name is Laura. So maybe I could work Laura in there. Maybe it could be like Danielle Laura or Laura Danielle or something
Lord,
like that.
Lord Danielle sounds good.
It does sound good. I said that out loud and I'm like, all right, maybe that's my pen name. Now what
I
am I gonna
love
write
it.
under that pen name?
Listen, I love it. I asked Deborah Fletcher Mello her pen name. She said her pen name and her stripper name are the same thing. I said, "Go, girl." I
I
love
love
her. I'm like, "Girl, yes, baby, I love it.
yeah.
Give me everything." All right, on this moment, Danielle, if you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
The piano, because I used to know how to, I can still kind of play the piano, but like to really know it, yes, piano, hands down.
Piano, hands down. I love it. All right. What's the proudest moment from the past 12 months?
Past 12 months, I think it's releasing 2 books. Can I have two
That's
moments?
it. Yo, the proud moment is it.
Releasing 2 books and having a very happy and thriving fourth grader, I should say, because she's pretty great.
That's what's up. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Let's see here. Okay, here's a good one. What's the one dream you've tucked away?
Ooh, that is an excellent question. I would love to, I think, travel more. I'm a very nervous traveler. So I feel like I get work, even if it's just like a road trip or something. I get really worked up about traveling, but I would love to just kind of travel more and not think about it too much, just like
Right.
go. If I have an opportunity, just go do it.
Okay. I love that, honey.
Yeah.
Get your good girlfriend to go with you, honey. Y'all just go, and take a shot before you get on the plane. Gucci.
There we go. Yeah.
Me and my friend, I was on a mini tour, and it was like we left Massachusetts, went to Atlanta, left Atlanta, went to Alabama, left Alabama, went back to Atlanta, left Atlanta, went to Houston. When I tell you, and at 7:30 in the morning, we was on that plane giggling. It was, honey, it was a mess, baby. We was toe up from the night before, and I was like, so this older lady, she was like, baby, you gotta keep drinking. You gotta keep drinking. You gotta, it keeps it going. So we're literally 7 o'clock in the morning. We're on the plane giggling. It was a mess.
Oh my God.
But she was right. It was wonderful.
It's a way to do it. Yeah.
I'm saying, get you a good girlfriend, or either just in your husband, jump on the plane and just be like, listen, they don't know us. And just
Yeah.
They don't know us. All right, author's moments, Danielle. What's something you tried really hard to like but just couldn't?
Oh man. This is my husband, if he watches this replay, is going to be mad at me. He really, I don't know, and other people may be mad at me. I really don't like, it's so random, but I don't like Parmesan cheese. And I'm not talking like the fake kind that's like on the shelf. Like, I mean, like real, like shredded, like nice Parmesan cheese. My husband made an amazing pasta dinner, and I was like, I don't like it.
You tried it, though. You probably like, I tried it. I
did try it. I tried it. And over the years, like I'll kind of concede so he can have the pasta he wants to make. And he's a great cook. He really is. But I was just like, I don't like this Parmesan cheese.
Oh my God. Girl, let me tell you, I didn't know that Parmesan cheese was the aphrodisiac, right?
Oh.
Girl, let me tell you.
I didn't know. I'm gonna write this in a book. This is awesome.
Listen, they had this risotto, a Parmesan risotto I was eating at one of the restaurants up in here, and I was like, honey, something's happening over here, honey. My husband started looking extra cute and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I feel this way, Jesus? And so,
oh my gosh.
The waitress is like, I'm like, yo, girl, did you do something to my food? She's like, no, Shay, it's the Parmesan. I was like, what? And then I had to look it up. I'm like, So girl, I've been putting Parmesan cheese on damn fruit and everything.
I love it.
Potato chips, every damn thing. Put a little Parmesan cheese on it, baby. And so, yeah, girl, look that up, honey. It
I'm
threw me
gonna
for
look
a
it
loop.
up.
Yeah, that just threw me for a loop. What did they say in the chat? They're like, Shay, what the hell? Yeah, they want you to paint. Yeah, she's gonna paint something. Oh, that would be hot if you paint something for your next book cover.
That would be interesting. I don't
That
know.
would,
That's a
yeah.
lot.
That was too old to learn things. That would be interesting. That book doesn't sound amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to be good.
I think you're being good. You're being good.
And now, Mama Tony, this is good compared. Yeah. But it's the Parmesan cheese. Don't be good, Mama Tony. Be good. Let's go back to my question. See here, author's moments. If money was no object, where would you live?
No object. I would live probably like in Cabo. Cabo is like one of my favorite vacations of all time. And it's been too long since I've been there. So yeah, I would live in Cabo.
Now, Mama Tony, you know I'm gonna have to tell my Cabo story, right? And so they like, Shay, be good, please. You lasted a while. Listen, so I'm in Cabo, right, Danielle?
Yes.
And it's for the Brenda Jackson's Readers reunion cruise. So I'm in Cabo. Mama Tony was on the cruise with us. I was in Cabo. I having a good old time, and I get back on the boat. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I've changed, and I was headed back to the ship. And I don't know. It was a mess. Long story short, my phone went overboard into the ocean, and I was just like looking down at it, like I was like, Nemo got my phone, and it was just a mess. It was a mess, and it was in my hand. Oh, listen, stuff. A lot of things happen on that boat. It's all a blur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it was like I had like 9 days left before I got home.
Oh no.
It was amazing. I was like, I don't know what happened, but yeah, it was crazy. Well, thank you, Ola. Let's share this shake. But girl, yeah. So Cabo, I'm telling you, honey, I'm with you, baby. Cabo, I left it all in Cabo. Literally, I left it all in Cabo. So that's what's up. All right. So you would be in Cabo. Okay, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. I can see here. Author's moment. Here we go. Besides the Parmesan cheese. Yeah. What's something that you tried that you would never try again?
I'll never try again.
Never. It's a rush, baby.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like drawing a blank. All I can think of is Parmesan cheese because that just happened. No, I'm trying to think of like any other like foods I've had.
Or anything. Like,
or anything. I'm trying to think I would just never do again. I am not a roller coaster person. And so I don't need to go on roller coasters.
You like, I'm straight on that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like, because I will go. Like, again, my husband loves roller coasters. So I'll be like, all right, let's go on. If we go we're not far from a big theme park, Great America. It's a Six Flags. And yeah, or like, even like in Disney World, even like something like Space Mountain. Like, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it.
I'm with you on that, girl. I listen. There's a lot of stuff I tried. I never try again. I can't remember their name right now, though. But anyway, Author's moment. What's the last book you couldn't put down?
But the last book, I have been shouting about this book for over a year and it's one of those books where I like read it, I loved it, and then I was like, a few months later, you're kind of like, was it really that good? Like, did I like have a fever dream while I was reading it? But then I reread it, and it's so good. It's called The Davenports by Crystal Marquis. It's a YA historical romance.
Yeah.
And the way I describe it is it's like Downton Abbey, but with Black people.
Yes, I like
It's
it. I'm
so
not his.
good.
It is good. It is. It's actually Vivian Stevens. We all know Vivian Stevens.
Yeah. Oh,
He. I just. Okay, girl. Did you? You missed the interview we did with her. I'm telling
I
you,
know. I mean, yeah.
it was
Ooh.
wonderful. We're doing part 2 though. Part 2 is coming
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing part 2. And then we're trying to get her in some master classes and stuff too, because I'm telling you, she got so much knowledge that everyone needs to be able to hear. But the Davenports, and I was like, okay, so I just got it for her and sent it to her. Of course, I got milk copy. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah.
But I
It's
like
really good.
it's real good. I was like, this is cute, honey. Oh,
Mhm.
Davenport. So yeah, big ups to that. All right, let's see here. Yeah. I ain't gonna answer that because we ain't gonna be. We said I already been bad, so I ain't gonna be too bad. All right, let's see here. Okay, so but even though you know you're not you travel, even though you kind of be like tripping when
Yeah.
you travel a little bit. But
Yeah.
in your travels, what's the most beautiful place you've ever seen?
When I was 17, I was lucky. I turned 17 in Paris. I went it was a school trip over spring break. My birthday is at the end of March. And so I got to turn 17 in Paris. And so I just remember like we were like in kind of the like Montmartre, like the kind of the artist quarter. And there's the big white church, not Notre Dame, but the big white church called Sacré Coeur. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was amazing. And it's like something out of a movie. It's beautiful, and there are people painting, all over the place. I mean, they're trying to sell you stuff, of course, but
Right.
I think when you're 17 and you're like in Paris for the very first time, like it's unforgettable. And so that's what I always think of Paris, like on my birthday.
That I bet it was beautiful. Oh my God. All right, let's see. Danielle,
Yeah.
dead or alive. If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
Okay. I would definitely invite Beyonce.
Okay.
Although I'm kind of scared because she just seems so unreal, but I would invite Beyonce. I think I would also invite Josephine Baker because I think she is like kind of bringing Paris into that. She is just a fascinating person, and she was so cool. And she was in the Resistance. Like, come on, just so cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I love her. When I think of her, I think of like James Baldwin and all that, like that whole little area.
Mm-hmm. I think I would also like take it way back. I think I would invite Jane Austen. I think her books are really just spectacular. I am not the first person to say this, but Jane Austen was writing contemporary romance. Like she, we think of her as this historical author, but she was writing about the people of her time. And I think she's so witty. I think she would be a really interesting person to like just sit down and talk to. So let's see. Beyonce, Josephine Baker, Jane Austen. Ooh, who else? I need someone to like mix it up. Like I'm thinking like someone like Idris Elba would be really fun. Like I think first of all, he could be the DJ and he could play some cool music. But I think he's kind of mischievous, so I think he would be fun to have at dinner.
Yes, girl. Just to look at it and listen to him talk.
Yeah. And then I think I would seriously, he has like the best voice.
Listen, I dated a guy that was from over there, and his voice was I didn't want to break up with him just because of his voice. He was absolutely no good. But I was like, I love his voice. He's like, Shay, no. I'm like, I don't care, honey. I'm gonna stay in this so toxic relationship, baby.
And then a little sentimental, but I think I would also invite my grandma, my mom's mom, who died when I was really young. And from what I remember of her, and then just what everyone has like ever said about her, she was she was just such a sweet lady, but also was kind of, she could be very quick-witted and kind of sharp when she needed to be. So I think she'd keep us all in line at dinner, but also then surprise us and be funny. So
she will, honey. Your grandma gonna be trying to deal with Idris time. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Grandma gonna be like, okay, girl, you going over there with Jane and all them, honey. Let me go over here and show you how grandma really get down, baby. I absolutely love it. Renata, what you say, Renata? Today is National Roller Coaster Day. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
The national, me and my friend got a challenge going on with the is it the one in November, the National Novel Month or something? You got to write 50 pages.
National Novel Writing Month. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, we're gonna write 50 pages. I'm like, okay. I got a trick for it. Though. I can tell you my trick, but I got her. It's gonna be we're gonna do that. Okay, well, now let's see here. It's also National Rum Day. Yay!
Yeah.
Love the rum day. Let's see, it's very good. Yes, the Davenports. Okay, Ola. It was, wasn't it? It surprised me too, because I'm not a YA kind of girl. I don't know why I'm not a YA kind of girl, because I like all the All-Americans and stuff like that. Maybe I'm a YA kind of girl. It just gotta be just like me in regular romance novels. It gotta be a certain one that
gotta be the right one. Yeah.
Gotta be the right one. So maybe it is. Yeah, as Mama Tony said, it is. Love it, love it, love it. They love Josephine Baker. Missy said, I love Josephine Baker.
Yeah.
Shalise, Puerto Vallarta is also an amazing place in Mexico. The water is extremely warm and not choppy like Cabo. You know, Shalise, coming because we went there too. We went to Cabo, and what was the other one, Mama Tony, that we went? It was another spot. It was another stop. I can't remember, but it was another spot too. Shalise, I like cruising from that side. The water over there is so easy. It's just pleasant. Everything is just, I don't know. It's colder though, but you're absolutely right. I didn't, no. What's the other one? Marceline? I think it's starting with an M. Mom and Tony went to sleep. Where was we at? It's something like that. You're absolutely right, Shalise. Danielle, this is bringing us to the end of our interview. We have one question left. Okay. But before we go, I want you to tell us all things, Danielle, where we can go and get your new novel and your other novel, Accidentally in Love, and your accidental pinup, honey. Them is so pinup motto. Well, we can go and pick up those novels. Let us know all. Oh, wait, before we go though, before we get to that, the podcast.
Oh, they have the podcast. I do. I also so I do the Fresh Fiction podcast. It's affiliated with the website, but it is on hiatus. Life happens.
Yeah.
so yeah, both my co-host Gwen and I just have had a lot going on. So it is currently on hiatus. Hopefully that will change. But we have done some really excellent interviews. Like they're all up on podcasts. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we have talked to Vanessa Riley and, a ton of romance authors. And we've had a lot of Alyssa Cole did an episode with us. It was so fun. So yeah. Definitely check them out.
You let us know when so we can promote here. Listen, we look, one voice, one sound. We all here to back each other up. So let us know when your podcast come back on, and we'll be making sure we promote it here.
Yeah.
Make sure we promote each other, girl. We got to be with each other, honey. We got to stand together, girl. Got to stand together. So, okay, now rewind this way. All things Danielle Jackson. Give us your website where they can go and pick up the novels, and then your social media handles.
Yeah, so you can go to my website. It's DanielleJacksonBooks.com. I have an email newsletter that I send out once a month. It's basically me talking about the snacks and TV shows I'm watching, the snacks I'm eating and the TV shows I'm watching. And then you can get my books wherever books are sold. I definitely love to say support your independent booksellers. If you want signed, personalized copies from me, I will go to Anderson's Bookshop, which is not far from me, and also Love's Sweet Arrow, which is a romance-focused bookstore outside of Chicago.
I love
it. They're great. They're so fun. They just moved to a new spot, and it's really cute. And then you can follow me mostly on Instagram, but I still pop onto Twitter a bit, and my handle is @DJacksonBooks. That's me.
Absolutely. That's what's up at D Jackson Books. You make sure you go and guys go follow her. Go pick up her books. They're awesome. We'll be waiting for the third installment, honey. Accidentally in Love. I'm telling you, y'all go stalk Lenny.
Yeah, find Lenny Kaufman. She's so great.
Yes, go stalk Lenny. Absolutely love it. All right, Danielle. Last question. Here we go. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Oh man. What would the title be? The title would be What's Next? because I'm always trying to figure out like what's going to happen after I finish one thing.
I love it. What's next?
What's next?
That's cute. Okay. Let's see what they said in the chat before we let Danielle go. Yes, it's just saying thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Another successful show. This is absolutely awesome. Danielle, thank you again for coming on here with us. You are just wonderful, and we really, really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. And she's gonna be all you guys, so she's gonna be there. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be awesome. Make sure you go to the website, brownbookseries.com, and check out who we got coming up for next week. It's gonna be awesome. And Kim Farrell is next week. J.L. Seeger is coming up. Kelly Farmer will be in the building. Like, we have some amazing stuff going. We booked all the way up to November, y'all. So make sure you check out brownbookseries.com. If you haven't received your tickets yet for Raw, go check it out. We got so much going on. It's just crazy. We have a new show that we're going to start promoting. Yeah, it's Shay Baby After Dark, and you do not want to miss that. So, you guys have a wonderful night. Danielle, thank you again. We'll see you guys next week. Y'all stay safe, but most of all, stay positive.
It's for you, it's for us, the fantasy. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book.